Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since we didn't post any movies on YouTube, and it's a long time since we didn't was able to post anything because mostly we are working and we're working for our own software solution. Our software solution called Kylone Media Server, which you can see in the following screen. Kylone Media Server, it's a full solution. It's dedicated mostly to small ISP, small internet provider, which are planning to offer also television with IPTV, and also same software, same Kylon Media Server can be dedicated, also can be used by uh, operators, small operators, medium-sized operators, hotel, hospitality solution, and many other things. The most important part here is the fact that the Kylon Media Server have special uh, bound bind to TBS hardware stuff inside. Basically, the software is it will work only with TBS hardware mostly. So let's start. As usual, I will make two parts review. The first part will be the server and the interface and the presentation part. The second part, it's going to be the client side, the client usage presentation part. So first, as you can see, the interface, the web UI, it's quite straightforward, simple. Once you logged in, once you installed, you will have to download the ISO image from the TBS website. You burn the ISO image to a USB stick as a bootable stick. You insert the bootable stick, and the installation is pretty straightforward. It will deploy inside your machine. Once installed, yeah, on the screen it will appear the web UI parameter. What does it mean? You will have some local IP, you will have some users, you will have some specific password random generated, and with the IP, with the DNS IP, and with the user and with the password, you will be able to log in to the Chiron server. Once you're logged in, you have the following tabs. For test, we use the MOI AMD small size industrial version, which is very affordable, very cheap, yeah, and a couple of DVB cards. So as you can see, I open on my screen the MOI AMD Kylone Media Server version 2.20 EE. I have a couple of tabs. Yeah, the home tab, the peripheral tab, user interface, content management, and content tab, status, system, and commit. First, we will start with the home tab. The home tab, when you click it, it will show you these graphics. And on these graphics, from the very first step, you will notice the CPU consumption, the memory consumption, the bond networking virtual interface, the first virtual, the regular interface, yeah, and the working interface. For this test, for this presentation, I have connected the NAP2S0 network interface. So this is on the home tab of the Cairo Media Server. On the peripherals tab, pretty much these tabs are depending on the value of the license. If you buy enterprise license for small telcos, for small operator, for small ISP, yeah, you will have a lot more rich features. If you take and download just the free version, of course, it's the free version is quite limited. Yes, you heard it very clearly. Kylone have a free version. Free version only, it's limited to management on the DVB and some other multicast and unicast output stuff. we will discuss in the second part or on comments on YouTube regarding the licensing type and the free stuff and the paid stuff. Okay, let's see. This is an MYMD, as I told you, as hardware. We have a MYMD industrial version. We have the Kylone Media Server 2.20 EE, and also we have a telco enterprise with client application. Yeah, so almost the top possible license with all the features usable. On the peripherals tab, we have some profiles, settings, set-top boxes, firmware update, mobile devices, media players. What does it mean? Okay, in the settings part, you can set some stuff related to the STB. So if you're a hotel or a hospitality customer and you want to buy this to implement inside your hotel, it's very simple. It will, the hardware will come, will include also the STB, and you can set from here different stuff on your STBs, such as time zone, some splash pictures, some auto discover STB, auto discover mobile phones. You can even set the access point profile, because the STB, the hotel STB, the Linux STB, will act as a access point. Yeah, so you can connect your phone, it will connect to the STB and to the entire infrastructure. Okay, we have STB operations. We can set here different tasks and stuff like this. Firmware updates, if the STB will get updated, of course, you as an administrator, as an admin, you can update all the all the STBs same time from inside this management web UI. Okay, there are also other players such as mobile devices, media players, and other things. Well, let's go further. The user interface. The user interface is also configurable, which is very easy. You can set guide language, visuals, how to look the UI language, some advanced settings to put some sliders, to put some different colors, etc., etc. This is also very important, but the time is very limited, and my plan is to show you the base functions, those which are essentials, the base features, which are most essentials. Yeah, we have categories. If you use some VOD, video on demand content on your server side, music, radio, some other settings for the categories tab. We have the GUI components. So you can set up the GUI UI and the UI of the STB. You can personalize it. You can add a lot of things such as movies, video clips, assignments, weather, settings page, preview, and many other things. So we are quickly step to the next tab, the most important one. It's the content. Well, basically from the content tab, what you can do, you can have some summary on the general part of the tab. Yeah, you can have some settings. Yeah, which allows you to set up the streaming configuration for TCP/IP, HTTP, or for multicast. Yeah, so already we are meeting the first important feature. We are able, our hardware combined with the Kylone system, it's able to either multicast or unicast regarding the content on your network. Okay, the most another important feature in the settings is the advanced feature, because you will find here streaming configuration, broadcasting system. You will have you will find here encoder input, unicast, multicast, HTTP, playlists. You can add whatever you like. You can set also the buffering and the parameters for the connected STBs, the boxes. Okay, we move forward. In the most probable case, you have a DVB input. Yeah. So if you will use the content by capturing it from DVB, you will find here the DVB management tab, which is very important because, first of all, here are the transponders. As you can see already, I have configured a couple of transponders. All you have to do is just add a new record. I clicked already on add a new record. Yeah, you will fill in with some name. You will choose the system, either DVB-S2, DVB-S, or T, or T2, or C, ISBT, ATSC, and you will fill in the frequency which you want to scan. For the second part of this tab, it's engine configuration, MPTS. So mostly it's related to multicasting. Anyway, once you saved, it will open something similar like this. Yeah, so you have the display name, you have the system. I use in this case the DVB-C. You have the frequency. Yeah, you have the symbol rate. With the modulation, you can set auto. Don't need to touch the front end number. Yeah, just need to press the scan button downstairs here. Once you press the scan, you can choose your, you will see your tuners. If you use DVB tuners, you select one tuner, you apply the explode audio PIDs tick, and you will hit scan. Once the transponder is scanned, yeah, it will show you the list of the channels from that specific frequency like this once it's finished. So you have here the streams from the special frequency, from the frequency you scanned. Okay, once the channels are scanned, you finish with the scanning, you have to move to the same DVB management tuner cards, yeah, and you're gonna need to assign each scanned frequency to a tuner, to an input. Input 0, it's tuner 0, input 1 is tuner 1, and so on. You can select from here and assign each tuner. Okay, once it's assigned, everything, you can move to the next step. The next step would be, of course, under the commit tab. You will go here. You will apply restart media server, restart STB, and hit the button commit. The button commit is very important because any change you are performing, it doesn't matter if it's on the stream side or it's on the server side, yeah, or STB side, it will not apply until you press the commit. When you will press the commit button, of course, all the changes, all the functions which you modified, all the settings, it will apply. It will take probably up to 1 minute, 30 seconds, 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes to apply all the changes, all the settings which you choose from the system. I'm going to go back because the content side. In the content side, yeah, we were discussing about DVB management. Now, the second important part. If you are using, for example, rented content, such as playlist with channels with VODs and stuff like this, or maybe you are using encoder, HDMI encoder or ASI encoder, yes, it's very simple. Here you can create the records for each type of input. Yeah, DVB management already is created. So if you are gonna use an encoder unicast, yeah, such as our TBS encoders, all you have to do just click and you need to create a new record depending on the license. It seems like my license it will not allow me to create a record, or yes. Oh yes, it's working. So some small little bugs, it's possible to fix them without any problem. Okay, so you can create a record. For example, you can give a name, you can give the interface, the network interface, and the port address, and then you can select some channel configuration input, such as TV or category. Then you can select the stream model, pass-through or cache streaming. You can select even audio video synchronized with the source, encryption, which is one very important stuff. if you are getting the streams with HDMI with encryption, yeah, and also decryption, yeah. You can also pass on the broadcasting. So you decrypted the stream, the HDMI stream, for example, and you can encrypt it for yourself to pass it forward encrypted. Yeah, okay. Broadcasting system default, yeah, it will not broadcast because it will broadcast uh, multicast, yeah. And transmission, you can set here multicast. CDN upload, which is very important. CDN upload, you can use the RTMP push protocol to CDN to upload the stream. Once you catch inside the management UI, you can upload it with RTMP push to your Extreme Codes panel or many other solutions. We are usually using and recommending also this kylone media server, just to be clear, to people who are preparing their streams, they're preparing their business in streaming, and they want an easy and straightforward source setting. I mean, you are buying the Extreme Codes panel, you are setting up the Extreme Codes for multiple distribution of your content, and you need also some management to prepare the content. So basically, the kylone, it will help you to capture your content, to prepare your content, and even to upload your content to the Extreme Codes panel. This is one scenario. This is one of the most important scenario of usage of the kylone. Okay, we are moving forward. Encoder multicast. Of course, multicast, it will not be possible to Extreme Codes, but it will be possible to use in your own environment. This feature is mostly for uh, uh, ISPs and for small internet providers, which want to provide internet TV, IPTV to their customers. So you can set, for example, our encoder to multicast to the kylone. Yeah, you can set a record. Yeah, to pick up the streams. It will ask, of course, almost same information, just on the multicast side. Yeah, we will not use CDN upload, but we will use instead multicast transmission. Yeah, of course we have the same stream model, decryption, encryption key, and things like this. So here the encryption, it's gonna be the very important key point, because small ISPs, small internet providers, they will want to protect their content to give it only to their customers. So the decryption encryption part plays a key point here for small ISP and for small internet providers, which I said already several times. They plan to offer television to their customers via IP. Okay, HTTP live playlist. HTTP live playlist. You can set another record. You can import we can give a name, a playlist address. Yeah, and we can import a HTTP playlist to the kylone media server. Okay, as you can notice, we are talking about input. All the time I said to kylone media server. Why? Because kylone media server has several features, such as CPU transcode on the streams, some fans of our products, of TBS products, helped us a lot, and they also developed some kind of GPU transcode, especially GPU transcode, hardware transcode on the streams, yeah. And also some other fans, they managed to TBS fans and friends, they most probably customers of TBS, they managed to build some modules for softcam decryption. Anyway, this is not so important. We were at the HTTP live playlist. HTTP live playlist, you can take content from one of your friends or partners, and you can, of course, fetch the HTTP live playlist with streams into your kylone media server for transcode, then upload to your via CDN to your Extreme Codes panel if you're an Extreme Codes operator, or maybe, I don't know, to any other solutions. Okay, multi-program TS, it's another kind of record. It will allow you to use multi-program TS files also to be fetched to get them into the kylone media server. So multi-TS, we can give a display name, we can create a record, transmission multicast, transport protocol, either row, either RTP protocol, yeah, description, some current state, and few more other things. This part, the multi-program TS, and also this HDMI capture part, yeah, these are dedicated for customers that will want to use our modulator, because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have ASI modulator, we have DVB cable modulator. As you can see, the next step, the next tab is the broadcasting, and in the broadcasting tab, the sub tabs is multicast, DVB cable, and ASI modulator. Basically, what does it mean? You can generate multi-program TS files. You can generate HDMI capture files, yeah, or capture card, yeah, if you buy one of our HDMI capture card, and you can use them inside the kylone media server. This is another important feature, and you can use them, for example, for broadcasting. Yes, because the kylone media server, it's able to broadcast. What does it mean? It means that any stream you are producing with the hardware, any stream you are fetching with playlist, or I don't know, is generating from a file, you will be able to broadcast it with IP, yeah, with unicast, with CDN, yeah, with multicast in the local multicast network, and with the DVB cable modulator and ASI modulator, you will be able to cast it inside your optical fiber network. So if you are, again, if you are a small internet operator, you are a small internet provider, and you have optical fiber network, yes, you can use a full size modulator. You can capture your streams, your source from DVB, from HDMI capture card, or I don't know, from SI capture card, or even from playlist, yeah, and then you can broadcast it on your optical fiber by using our modulator. This is very important feature as well. Okay, and the last tab is the CDN upload, basically the RTMP push. There is not much to do here, because this machine, it's mostly set to do the broadcasting via multicast via DVB cable or ASI modulator. Okay, I was talking about some fan-made modules. So fan-made modules, we will find them in the pre-processing. Pre-processing meaning decryption, softcam decryption. Of course, using some very special, I don't know, new CAMD protocol, and some other stuff, you can create some record, yeah. You can name it whatever you like. You can say it's, I don't know, maybe decryption, okay. And you can select the module. You will create the record. Once the record is created, yeah, you will have here some tabs. You can edit. You can add your parameters, new CAMD, and CS378X. This is not very familiar, but as far as I know, this stuff, it's working perfectly. Okay, the another important transcoding modules here in the post-processing, yeah, there are transcoder modules, transcode with the CPU. It's looking like this. Here you can edit, you can select different kind of filters for transcode your content, live stream transcode, static streams, or static movies and stuff like that. If you want to transcode, here you will find all the informations and all the parameters to transcode your content. And of course, again, for operators, for small ISP, for stuff like that, you can do output with CPU, yeah, with multiple profiles on the same stream, on the same channel, yeah, or you can use the GPU output. You can basically use multiple profiles from here, from these tabs, on the output. Bitrate control, output audio, output video, overlay options, HLS options, and stuff like this. Okay, we're gonna move forward. What we have here in the status. In the status, we will have, of course, some informations about monitoring, which tuners are taken, which what kind of the tuners, if they have lock or not, signal strength, signal quality, bit rate of the frequencies, number of streams, number of channels, which channels exactly, some of them scrambled, some of them descrambled, yeah. And of course, here are the modules, pre-processing for descrambling with some softcam, CPU of the system, yeah, the memory load, and here you will see if you are broadcasting the income, if you are receiving from streams from HTTP list, it's going to be the incoming populated. If you are broadcasting, the outgoing, and the total usage of the network. Okay, the next tab is the live TV radio stuff. Here you can see your channels as a playlist. You can just click here, download the playlist, and you will have a HTTP list which contains the streams which are running on your system. Okay, the system tab, it's for modifying different parameters of the machine which you're using, such as IP addresses, such as ports. You will find here some information about the software, about the Kylone Media Enterprise Edition. Some stuff about the drivers, some information about the drivers, remote control, and remote gateway. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important part is the fact that you will not be able, and you will not need to use SSH just in major cases. Anyway, the SSH is possible. However, it is possible to use the SSH, as you can see here, but the entire media server, the entire Cairo solution was built for users to avoid the usage of scripts and long commands, long parameters, and stuff like that. So SSH, it's not really necessary to use. You don't need to install drivers for the DVB cards. You don't need to install drivers for HDMI capture cards, nor for the DVB modulator or ASI modulator. You don't need, all you need, everything you need, it's inside the WebUI for the customer. I mean, for the operator, for the customer to manage them. Okay, we have here some date and time server, some tools. Yeah, if you want to back up whatever you are doing, you can back up your source of the streams. You can back up the streams you are already preparing. Some configuration backup. Everything can be done with a small backup and can be restored from backup. Also, in this tab, we have some licensing information, reboot, shutdown, factory defaults if you did something wrong. Users, the remote admin, and operator. Operator usually is the customer, is the one who is handling the Kylone Media server, and the remote admin is our technician, our tech support to the panel. So if you have an issue related to the Kylone Media server, you just call support or send an email or send a ticket. The support will log in and will use the remote admin access to fix your problem. Okay, services, I told you, network time, domain name, if you want to integrate into a domain name your Kylone Media server. Yeah, DHCP, if you want to, if you plan to use the Kylone Media server as a DHCP server as well, into a configuration with the DHCP server. SNMP to monitor and see more advanced statistics and information about your system. Here is the external modules to use the modules and plugins from fan-made plugins and fan-made modules, yeah, such as FFmpeg, the output module, accelerated output module, transcoding module, remuxing module, CAM module, and preprocessing module. Each of these module, yeah, they can be provided from and get from internet. Okay, the network interfaces, it's quite simple. If you want to change network details, just click the interfaces, edit, and after you modified and shaped the machine, the Cairo Media Server IP address and the needs, you just press commit and that's it. Okay, and that's it. You have managed to make to adjust the Cairo Media Server to your needs. So basically, in like 10 minutes of explanation, this is the first part one of the presentation of the Cairo Media Server. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I didn't uploaded in the last 2 years any more movies regarding the TBS. Before we were using different software, as you can remember from Astra Sesbo, we were using DVB-Last free software and public software, open source software. Now we are proudly able to present our version, our vision on the software, which we would like to cover all your broadcasting needs. So our kylone Media Server is dedicated to operators, it's dedicated to small ISP, small internet service providers. Is it dedicated to people who wants to make a startup, to start up a small business in the IPTV field? Yeah, so you just grab some TBS hardware, you just grab kylone, and you can prepare your content, upload to Extreme Codes panel or many other, I don't know, management solution, IPTV management solution. That's it for the first part, ladies and gentlemen. We will make sure, because the kylone is under heavy development, still under development. This is the first official version, it's ready. Yeah, but we will delay a little bit the part two, the usage, the effective usage of the entire solution, because it's not so, how to explain to you, not very easy. I mean, if you don't have any experience, first you need to sit, watch some movies, and understand how the entire stuff is working. So this is the end of the first part. See you for the second part very soon, or as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye bye.